Knowing what to eat and what not to eat can be challenging. Nutrition recommendations are constantly changing, so it can be hard to know who or what to trust. But there are some ideas about food that rarely change, and there are lots of things you just shouldn't eat, and no fancy study is going to prove otherwise. Resist, because these are a few foods and drinks that just aren't worth the calories they carry. Soda. There's generally some kind of nutritional benefit in almost any food, but soda really has none. First, soda is high in calories, around 150 calories for a 12-ounce can, and when you drink a soda, you don't usually eat less to account for those calories consumed. Drinking 150 extra calories per day every day can result in around a 15-pound weight gain over the course of a year. Also, soda has almost no nutrients, no vitamins, and no minerals. It has a tiny amount of sodium and potassium, but not enough to be considered a good source of either. Soda is primarily sugar, which most of us get more than enough of already. When you drink liquid sugar, your blood glucose skyrockets, leading to an eventual sugar crash, leaving you feeling exhausted and hungry again.
First off, pain is my co-pilot, so no problem then. And second off,
Regular consumption of sweetened beverages also has been associated with obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Soda is definitely not worth the calories. Blended coffee drinks. Fancy coffee drinks are fun, but though these drinks might taste delicious, remember you're basically ingesting a milkshake. Plain coffee has 0 calories and is high in a variety of antioxidants, but a caramel frappuccino just isn't worth the splurge. A venti frappuccino is approximately 500 calories. Depending on your caloric needs, that could be up to 1/3 of your daily calories in one drink. Not to mention, it packs around 85 grams of sugar, which is the equivalent of drinking more than 3 regular sodas. It also contains 50% of the amount of saturated fat you need for the day. Since these drinks contain milk, they do have some calcium, but you can get just as much calcium from other, healthier sources.
I see you're drinking 1%. Is that because you think you're fat? Because you're not. You could be drinking whole if you wanted to.
Candy bars. It seems like every time you're in line at the grocery store, they're trying to sell you some type of candy. By displaying it at the checkout, they're hoping you'll make an impulse purchase. But hold on.
Candy bars.
Some bars do contain nuts, which are considered healthy sources of fat. And maybe you've also heard that chocolate is healthy because it's a good source of antioxidants. Here's the truth. Most candy bars on the shelf have very few actual nuts, and the chocolate in them is mostly fat and sugar, with very little health-promoting cacao. You're also looking at somewhere between 200 to 400 calories per bar. Most have around 20 grams of sugar, the equivalent of drinking a soda. You may even find that after you eat a candy bar, you still feel hungry because your body didn't get any of the vitamins or minerals it really needed. Chips. Potato chips, tortilla chips, flaxseed chips, there are so many varieties these days, but they're all pretty much the same in terms of nutrition. Potatoes are naturally high in potassium, but chips are generally highly processed, low-nutrient snacks. The main problem with chips is that they're designed to promote overeating. Even the advertising for them refers to how no one can eat just one. But have you ever measured the actual portion size listed on the label? It's only about 8 to 10 chips.
You've got to be kidding me!
Even the snack bags found at most convenience stores, which we assume are meant to be eaten in one sitting, contain 2 to 3 servings. Chips are addictive, so it's very difficult for most people to eat them mindfully, which can result in a huge intake of empty calories.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
Fat-free foods. With the beginning of the fat-free craze of the early 1980s, suddenly food companies jumped on the bandwagon with all kinds of fat-free offerings, from desserts to cheese. It seemed like as long as the food didn't have fat, it was fine to eat as much as you wanted. The problem was that they loaded up these fat-free foods with a ton of sugar, sodium, and chemicals. To this day, the myth still persists that a fat-free food is healthier than its fattier counterpart, but fat actually serves a purpose. It increases the feeling of fullness. Eating only fat-free foods will make you incredibly hungry because all that added sugar increases hunger. Boxed rice or noodles. They may seem like a quick and convenient way to add a side dish to your meal, but boxed rice or noodles are less than ideal choices for calories and health. Many contain little fiber, which means you'll be hungry again shortly after eating. If you give in to that impulse, you could be taking in more calories than you realize. Plus, the sodium content in boxed rice and noodles is usually incredibly high, especially if it comes with one of those flavor packets. Some varieties have over half your daily sodium requirement in just one serving. Definitely not worth it. Pastries. The pastry case can look very tempting as you stand in line waiting for your coffee, but almost 100% of what is in there is incredibly high in calories, sugar, and fat. Like everything else on the list, these items will make you hungrier later on and provide almost zero nutrition.
Okay. No cookies!
Okay, no get upset.
But we all have favorites, and favorite foods should be a part of your diet. No one can follow food rules 100% of the time, and to think you can is unrealistic. If you made the choice to eat a pastry on the way to work or chips and dip at a party, let go of the guilt and just move on. Make a better choice next time, or continue to enjoy that food because you simply love it.